What up, guys? It's your boy Reese Boy back with another video. Are you guys good? I hope you guys are good. Happy Saturday. So, guys, I was supposed to be somewhere, but that's another story for another time. Not going to talk about it on social media. My new resolution for this channel, or whatever the word is to keep my family off my channel. If I have something to talk about, just talk about what's really bothering me. Don't mention names and don't talk about nobody, because I've hurt some people, and all they did was love me, and I feel bad about it. But what we're going to talk about today, guys, is I'm going to talk to you guys about an experience that I went through last night. Okay, so I went out last night with some friends that live in my neighborhood that I've known like since we've been in Florida. They just were like, hey, like I went for my walk, and they saw me walking. They're like, oh my God, Matthew, you look so good. They're like, yo, come out with us. Like, now that you're smaller, you have no excuses no more. Like, you can walk. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So we just went to like run to Steak and Shake and get some shakes or something. I didn't get any shake. I just got a water. And then we just walked around. It was like around 9 o'clock. It wasn't that bad. So stuff was still open. And we just walked around. That was it. We just walked around the mall and talked and laughed and whatever. And I was talking to my friend Cody. And Cody and me have a long history of being friends, not friends, being friends, being not friends. Like, it's just been a roller coaster of our friendship, because Cody has substance abuse. He has a lot of issues with alcohol and drugs. I have that in my family history and my birth side, and I just don't really hang out with people like that. And my ex-girlfriend was a drug addict. So I have that already in my, whatever. So, and then one of my best friends still is. So just listening to him talk and everything, guys, I mean, he's my age. He's my age. We're the same age. We graduated the same year and everything. We were best friends. But he's been through a lot. Listening to his story, he's been through a lot. Like, I remember a lot of his stories, and I'm not going to tell a lot of them because they're personal, but I just remember, like, there were times that, like, Cody had to stay with us for weeks and weeks, and there were times that, like, the police were called, and there were times that, like, he would come over and accidentally wet the bed or something like that, and it was okay because he just had nightmares, and, like, it was like a scene out of a movie. Like, you'd go to sleep, and then all of a sudden he'd just start screaming. So then you had to like go over there and shake him and be like, it's a nightmare, and just be like, it's okay, you're here, you're fine, I got you, type of situation. And I hated his parents. I hated his parents with my whole, and I don't hate anybody, but the first thing is I hated his mom. What his mom was doing to him was bad. Like, she had a different boyfriend like every single week. Like, it just was so messed up. And then his dad was a deadbeat, was locked up in prison somewhere. And then his grandmother who was really raising him, but she was working so much. She was a nurse, so she wasn't home a lot. Guys, this person was the sweetest person. He had the biggest heart, like, really. And he was so good with kids. Like, he was so good with his little brother and sister. And he was so good with, like, my brother. He was so good with, like, the neighbor kids and everything. And his mom would come in and out, in and out, in and out of his life. And that's what happens when you're dealing with the drug addict. They come in and out, in and out, in and out. And it just broke me, because I have such a heart to give, and I really cared for this person a lot. And a lot of times why we would stop being friends was because I would tell him the truth, or I would try to send him to rehab, or I would try to get him help or something like that. And he felt like I was judging him. And he's like, you're just supposed to be my best friend and keep your mouth shut. And I was like, no, I'm your best friend, and I'm going to tell you what's right from wrong. And if it was vice versa, you would do the same thing to me. And he tried to get me with my eating stuff. He really did over the years. Was like, look, stop eating that. Let's go for a walk, different stuff like that. But I didn't want to listen. Everyone tried, really. I didn't want to listen. But when I went out with him last night, when we were all hanging out, there was like 4 of us. He literally just like broke down and was like, we're sitting on this bench and we're just talking, and the rest are like up there goofing around or whatever. And he just broke down. He's just like, bro, I owe you so much. Like, he's clean now. He's working. He works for Best Buy. He's doing an awesome job. And he has his own apartment, and he's doing really good. And he has full custody of his brother and sister, who are like 15 or 16 or something like that. And they're, doing really good. The mom is in rehab, so he was able to get her in rehab. Grandmother's still alive. But I was just like, yo, like, he's like, I didn't know what happened to you. Like, I didn't know if you were dead, alive, in jail, in prison. I didn't know what happened to you. And he's like, no, I've been right here the whole time. He's like, I've been working. He's like, I've been watching your YouTube and I, stuff like that. And he's like, I didn't know the right time to reach out to you because I didn't know how you still felt. And I was like, bro, like, you know me. I have the most forgiving heart. It doesn't matter what you do to me. Like, I will forgive you. It'll still be a little awkward, but I still forgive you. So we had like a really good, serious talk last night, and he might come on my YouTube channel, guys. You might see him soon because he wants to start YouTube too because he's seen all these YouTubers. His would be more about video games. He's such a video game player, and he plays Fortnite so much and Halo and a lot of like NBA games and basketball. Just he's so like into video games. So he definitely will probably do like a Twitch or a video game channel like that or something that you guys can check out because I'll definitely give you guys the link to it. But never ever, the whole conversation basically, guys, is never give up on someone that has done you wrong. Okay, if they put their hands on you or they do something that's viral to you, then yes, you need to cut that off and never let that person back in. But if it's something so small that like they just can't find their self, but they didn't do anything to you, but you just ended your friendship just because it just wasn't working, like you didn't end in a fight and then you just stopped talking. That right there is no problem to fix that relationship because in the bottom of your heart, you know that your heart still aches for that person and you still want that person in your life. And so it's like hard to discern and understand like, okay, do I let that person back in or do I not let that person back in? And it's like, if you've seen that they've changed, then it's like okay to let that person back in because you know that they're not that same person that drove you down and was like nothing but, always a drama queen, always wanted some type of problem and whatever it was. They were like different, you could see that they grew. So definitely don't ever say, I don't want to be in your life. Like, yeah, I want to be in your life, but there's boundaries. I'm not going to trust you as much because I've been hurt. So that was kind of what we talked about last night was that work. Like, I mean, he drives, he works. So it's like, I don't have to worry about hanging out with him. Like he can come get me whenever he wants and I can go over there whenever I want. He lives by UCF. He's like super, super close to me, not that far. So that was like a really cool thing. But I'm still like careful because it's like, yeah, you can say that you've changed and everything. You stopped doing drugs, but you can relapse too. Just like I can still relapse because I do have a food addiction for the rest of my life. Like this surgery did not stop the food addiction. Like I still have a food addiction for the rest of my life and I'm still going up and down with my weight. So not as drastically going up. Like I might gain 1 or 2 pounds or I might lose 1 or 2 pounds or something like that. But I know what makes me gain and I know what doesn't make me gain. So I know that. Like, and I know at the same time, like if I drink a lot of water, then it's water weight. If I don't drink a lot of water, then I'm dehydrated and I get a urinary tract infection. So it's like, I know I'm starting to figure it out. I hate when people tell me what I'm doing wrong. I hate that because it's like, you weren't in my mind. You don't know what's going on. So stop. I still eat out of depression, not a lot of junk food. I might eat a carrot or an apple or something like that. But what I've been trying to do is just walk when I'm angry or frustrated. So that's what I've been trying to do. And then you need a good support team. So anyways, guys, just don't shoot someone down. Like if you have an ex-husband or an ex-wife or a child, like your son or your daughter or whatever, that you guys just ended on good terms, but kind of bad terms, and they never did anything to you, then don't shoot them down. Like let them back in, but put guidelines up there. Like my thing is when I move out of this house for good, right? I think I'm going to have to distance myself from my parents for a little bit just to be independent. Like nothing against them, just to be independent for a while. And then come back after I'm like working and I've been gone for a year and I'm on my own and I'm doing everything on my own and I'm not asking them for help, just for my mentality and my sanity to be like, okay, I'm not mooching off my parents forever. Like I'm 31 years old. I'll be 32 this year. It's like, it's time. It's time to like do your own thing and stop having other people say that you're mooching off of them when it's like, no, you don't know my story. You don't know my situation. I do not want to be living here. So that's big. That's the biggest thing. And then just make sure you're not being used. Like that's the other thing. Just make sure you're not being used. Like if the person said that they've changed, then watch them change. And if the person needs help to remind them to go do stuff, like if they're an alcoholic and they're in Alcoholics Anonymous or they're in AA classes, then you go with them to their AA classes and support them. You help them get their silver chip. I have my silver chip somewhere. I don't even know where my silver chip is because I went to AA and I finished a month and they gave me a silver chip, but mine was for eating disorder. Mine was not for alcohol or drugs or anything like that. Mine was for an eating disorder, and they give you a chip. And then they make you go up there, and it's like off the movies. Hi, my name's Matthew, whatever, and I'm a foodaholic. Like, you really do have to do that, just like with the alcohol and whatever. My mom went with me. We went for 2 years because my counselor told us to go do it. My sucky counselor, the first one that I had. I've went through 9 counselors, guys. 9. I'm on my 9th one right now. If I leave this dude, it'll be 10 people because this dude has not contacted us back since I've been back from Texas, and I haven't seen him. So, yeah, he might be done with us. But I like him a lot. Like, he's really cool. He's a good counselor, and he's a Christian, and he's, like, really cool. But I think because I didn't meet with him when I was in Texas, he is, like, I don't know if he's holding it against me. I don't know. But he's a good guy. I like him a lot. I really do like him a lot. He helped me through all my stuff. But it might be time to find another one. Go to see a psychologist. If you're dealing with depression or anxiety, see a psychologist or any type of addiction, guys. I'm just telling you the truth. But yeah, I have hope for me and Cody. I think me and Cody will be fun. I think me and Cody will do stuff. He wants to travel the world. He wants to do YouTube. Like, I really see a lot happening with me and Cody too. We can bring him on to me and Jama, and we could all be like the 3 Musketeers and do YouTube videos together. So I'm excited for that. But like, yeah, me and Cody met when we were in high school, and we've been friends ever since then, but we've had issues. He had addiction problem to drugs and alcohol, but it's in his family. It's not his fault. But yeah, guys, that's table talk for today with Reese Boy. I don't know if you guys even like this video, but you guys really, 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 really are killing the Chick-fil-A video and the Taco Bell video. Taco Bell video is already almost at 70 views, guys. Like, that is amazing. So if you guys like stuff like that, what I might try to do now is go to these restaurants and try to find healthy stuff on the restaurant, like vegan or without grease or something like that, and then do a YouTube video like that and like start trying to find healthy substitutes, like that wheat burger that's at the Impossible Burger that's at Burger King. I did a video for that, guys, and you really like that one. So I might try to do some other stuff like that from like McDonald's or Subway. Well, Subway's healthy. Different stuff like that, guys. But comment below what you guys want. We did Chick-fil-A for Gio, so whoever else wants something, comment what you guys want to see us eat, and we'll do it, guys. But get ready for some new videos, guys. I'm going out tomorrow with Jama, so get ready for some videos like that. And I don't think my mom will ever be on my channel, guys. So I think that you guys will just have to understand that. My dad, he already said yes. So next year, guys, 2022, you guys will definitely see him on my channel. And then maybe that will convince her to come on the channel or something. Because he's going to teach me how to cook some Jamaican dishes because I'm Jamaican. So he's going to help me cook some dishes. Well, I'm half Jamaican because I was adopted. But still, he's going to teach me how to cook some Jamaican dishes. And then I wanted my mom and me to learn some more Filipino dishes by Jama. So we'll see what happens. And me and Jama will do some more cooking videos, guys, maybe in May, if that's what you guys want. But we should be in the Philippines in May. So we'll see what happens, guys. But let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so much. Have an awesome day. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And I love you. Peace.